Though unassuming from the outside, this house is full of history. Civil rights activist Malcolm X is said to have stayed here several times before his death in 1965. Today, Aaron Sims is fighting to transform the place into a museum. Like him, the majority of residents of this poor suburb of Detroit are African American. He voted twice for Barack Obama, but in 2016, dissatisfied with the Democrats, he voted for Donald Trump.
I wanted to send that message and say, hey, I know what I'm getting with this guy. You guys didn't do nothing here, and we supported you to this point.
Nearby, a prominent community activist with a famous name is weighing in on 2020. Martin Luther King III, son of the late civil rights icon, is pushing for change.
This next election is one of the most critical of our time. I think that there's got to be an effort to bring new leadership to the table, because I really think the country is not going in the kind of direction that brings people together so we can resolve some of the next issues.
80% of Detroit's population is black, and the city had been a Democratic stronghold for decades. But voters here simply didn't show up for Hillary Clinton in 2016, helping Donald Trump win the state by fewer than 11,000 votes. Local activist Danielle Atkinson says candidates in this election will need to work hard to overcome voter apathy.
That's what we were missing last time. I think women's vote, women of color in particular, their vote was taken for granted. And so they weren't talked to about these issues. And so what we're trying to do really is train voters on asking the questions that are going to get them excited.
Once a booming industrial powerhouse, Detroit declared bankruptcy in 2013 and is now among the poorest and most dangerous cities in the U.S. Members of this youth group aim to help Detroit's voters find their way back to the polls next November.
We understand everyone doesn't have access to how the political process works, let alone how the heck to make sense of what's happening right now. And what we find is when we provide that information and we're able to have a robust conversation, not just talking about the upcoming sexy election, young people are more willing to engage.
Democrats held a series of televised debates here in this downtown theater in July, hoping to inspire local voters. But for now, neither party is dominating in the key state of Michigan, which means Detroit should be a crucial battleground for candidates on the road to 2020.